Hey, first I want to say thank you for everybody that has bought a car from the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Thank you for all the business that you have given me, have let me earn your business for 2023. Thank you for leasing a car from me, whether it was a brand new Chevy or buying a pre-owned car from me, to let you know that I am very appreciative of the business that I've gotten in 2023. But today we are going to talk about, what are we going to talk about today? Purpose of me getting on as much as I can on live on my Facebook page inside Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet Group is just to share information, share knowledge. I always say that you may not be going through this situation that I'm talking about, or you may not need me, but you may know someone that may need my help. I always believe that you need to not learn from a mistake. You need to not make that mistake. So let me say it again. People always say, you know what, I make the mistake, I'll learn from the mistake. But let me just say this. You want to not make that mistake. If there's information that someone is sharing and it was a mistake or was something that you are going through right now or something that you may happen to you in the future, let's learn right here. Let's not continue to make a mistake and continue to make the same mistake. So that's going to be the purpose of me going live as much as I can inside this group here. Today we're going to talk about buying your lease car out. It doesn't matter whether it's a Chevy, a Ford, a Chrysler, or Mercedes, a BMW. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about buying your lease out. A year after COVID, a little bit up until this day, customers that were in a lease, they were looking to buy their car out. They were saying, you know what? I know my car. I know how much I owe. I want to buy my lease out. Let me just give you an example. You should not be doing that right now because car prices, rates are coming down. Things are changing. We have more cars that you can choose from, which means that inventory we have more inventory now. The dealerships have more inventory, so you have more options. When the supply is low, it's going to cost you more for anything you're buying. Anytime something is hot, it's just like a pair of tennis shoes, right? If you have, I shouldn't even use tennis shoes compared to a car. But let me just say this. When supplies are low, that means the manufacturer, GM, Ford, Chrysler, whoever, is going to charge more. Or if the rates are high, everybody's going to pay more. So what I'm telling you is that inventory is almost as back where it used to be before COVID, which means is that if you're looking to buy your lease car out, think again. Think again not buying your lease car out. Because remember, you know your car, you know how you drove it, you know what kind of shape it's in, right? But think about it. You lease your car for 2 or 3 years, you finance that car for 5 years or 6 years. So if you finance that car for 6 years because it's the payment that you can afford and you leased it for 3 years, that's 6, 7, 8, 9 years on one car. So here you go. Let me give you an example. You leased the car for 3 years, but then because you was comfortable with the car and you figured the best thing that you needed to do was buy that car, you bought the car and you have a 6-year loan on the car. So you got a 6-year loan on the car and you financed it. You already leased the car for 3 years. So 9 years with one car. You leased it for 2 years and then maybe financed it for 5. So that's 7 years in one car. Why are you putting yourself in that situation? No, now vehicles out there, there are vehicles out there that are going to be affordable for you to get into another lease car versus buying your lease out. The number one car right now that I believe, and let me see, some consumer reports are saying the same thing. For Chevy, economical payment, nice, sleek, brand new car that you could lease or even purchase and be at affordable payment is a Chevy Trax. That's Trax. 2023, General Motors changed the body style on the Chevy Trax, which means that it's nice, it's slick, it's comfortable. I'm 5'11" and 3/4 and I can fit in a Chevy Trax with no problem. The only thing about the Chevy Trax, it's front wheel drive and it's not all wheel drive. Now, let me just talk about an all wheel drive vehicle. If you live in Michigan where the snow is, you just don't get a rear wheel drive vehicle. A rear wheel drive vehicle with Chevy is a Camaro and a Corvette. But you got individuals that are Camaro drivers or Corvette drivers, and you may see them driving their vehicle in the winter, but that's a rear wheel. So my point is, economical, a nice vehicle that's affordable for a Chevy is the Chevy Trax. MSRP is $23,000 all the way up to $32,000. And that is starting going up to the RS package for the Trax when you get to almost $32,000. So my point is, it's too many cars out there now that you can actually buy you another car or lease you another car versus buying your lease car out. Be smart now in decisions that you're making. Remember, COVID is still out there, but COVID prices are going away. Those prices of paying, I remember when COVID was real, I mean, COVID's still real, but when COVID was out there far as the automobile world, because the demand was so high on vehicles and the supply was low, which means it was less vehicles out there. You have dealers out there were charging $5,000 or $6,000 over sticker on a vehicle. And you know what? Customers were buying and leasing that vehicle. But now they're going to be underwater is because times are changing. What I'm telling you, slow down, and if you're trying to get out your lease car now, you're looking to get into another lease, don't buy your car. Look to get into another lease car. You got to know when you lease, people lease for a reason. I lease because I can get a new car every 3 years, or sometimes I'm able to get out early. So knowing leases is the way to go. And I always say leases is the way to go. Some people like to buy, but leases are the way to go because you can get a new vehicle every 2 or 3 years. And you know what? If you travel a certain amount of miles a year that are over your lease, you can always buy extra miles up front. So know that. If you used to buying all the time and that's what you used to doing, look at a lease. Doesn't matter whether you want a Chevy, a Ford, a Chrysler, a GMC, whatever. Look at the lease versus a buy. All right, I want to drop this real quick liner before I get off here. I'm working on my ebook, and it's just for you. And once I actually get it out, I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to want you to purchase it from me. The reason I want you to purchase it from me is because I want you to learn from the situation that I'm going to share in this ebook. I want to be able to help you buy your next car or tell you some of the insight of how we think in the automobile industry. 26 years in this business, happy to be in this business, happy to still able to be around and just blessed. All right, I'll see you on the next live. All right.